Lone Star 92.5, 810 on the Bo and Jim Show, and it's about time we welcome this guy back, Jake Johannson.
Hey, Jake!
Oh, boy.
Of course, it took you 15 years to get back here.
I got caught in traffic.
Oh, that's what. That's what. We had Jake on years ago.
Yes, we did.
Years. And I was trying to figure out when it was. It was something like 10 or 15 years, so that was just a rough guess.
I don't know, how does a thing like that happen? Well, I have been
Careful
back here
planning.
a few times. Yeah,
Careful planning on your part
I
here.
finally figured it out. Figured it out where you were.
Yeah.
Now with Google. See, that was before. You couldn't really Google things.
Google
then.
Street View. And you just met Fox 4's Mike Ducey. He's an Iowa boy, too. Except you went
we
to
were just
Iowa
talking
State. He went to University of Iowa.
They're both good. They're both good. I
Yeah.
mean, let's face it. It seems silly to people who are outside of Iowa that there would even be a conflict
Yeah.
of people who are in Iowa. Look, you all live in Iowa, okay?
Yeah.
So let's not get uppity.
Yeah, so what's the point, right?
Yeah.
And you were taking veterinarian medicine?
Well, that's when I first went to school because I thought I wanted to be a veterinarian because I liked animals. But the animals, it's not a good job. Well, I suppose it's a good job if you like animals, but the animals are not super excited to see the veterinarian.
No.
Is my point.
And then you said, I got to stick my arm where?
Yeah. The first time you see that happen, you think it's sort of a magic trick. Like he's not really doing that.
Abracadabra.
Yeah, that's not real. That's not real. There's no way that's real.
But then you went to chemical engineering.
Well,
were you trying to build meth labs or something?
That was before meth.
Oh,
even.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I could have got in on the ground floor of that.
Had you known.
Yeah, I didn't
Breaking
really know.
Bad. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, that was we went to when I was majoring in chemical engineering. We went on a field trip to oil refinery. Those are nice places to work. Yeah, they smell great and they're hot.
Yeah.
and you can fall off of something, and they're out in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, that was a no-go.
Then you thought, maybe I'll tell jokes.
Maybe I'll just drop out of college. Are there any jobs that happen in a bar?
Where you have a tab that goes
Yeah.
with it?
So did you work while you were in college as a comedian? I mean, you start to work in bars around?
Well, no, because there wasn't really comedy club. That was before the big comedy
There
boom.
wasn't a Laugh Shack in Ames? back when you
No,
were
there was not.
And the
I did-
animals didn't laugh.
Yeah.
You know.
No, it wasn't a Dr. Dolittle type situation.
Especially when he stuck his arm up there.
Yeah, that is the only people who laugh at that are the people who are watching. All of the people involved.
Go
that
ahead,
is a very,
Jake. Go ahead.
it's a very serious job to everybody involved. But no, I didn't start doing comedy till I moved to San Francisco. I dropped out and went to San Francisco. That was a powerful, super popular with my parents. Super popular.
Well, we want you to have something to fall back on. How about that veterinary thing?
Well, I knew how to wait tables also. I had a job.
Uh-huh.
I knew how to wait tables and bartend.
Yeah.
But that was before. It wasn't really complicated bartending then. Beer, wine,
Yeah.
scotch and soda.
A shot here and
Yeah,
there.
well, there wasn't the fuzzy nipple or the, all the pregnant nun or all those drinks that they have now.
Mm-hmm. I also heard that you turned down the role of George Costanza on Seinfeld.
That makes it sound more definite and foolish than it
Yeah,
really was at the time.
But you were working on another show, so I understand.
Jerry and I were both developing our own shows, and then his producer said, Jake is great. Why doesn't he come in and I think it was just audition, but it might have been an offer. I don't remember. It's flattering to think it was an offer, but then that makes me seem more stupid for not taking it. But I thought we were both going to have hit shows on TV, so why don't we just each have our own shows? That was my logic at the time, and it turned out that my show didn't go on to become a hit show the way Jerry's show did.
Does it make you go, oh! Basically?
Sort of. I mean, I
Kinda?
wish I had. I don't know exactly how much money Jason Alexander has, but I bet it's more than me. But I haven't seen his wife. I got a pretty good wife.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So things worked out. Things worked out okay. I feel, in the moment it seemed like a good idea, and I probably would make that same decision if I only knew what I knew at the time.
If a frog had wings, he wouldn't bump his ass hopping, would he?
Now, you have a Twitter account, and you tweeted that the 1981 of you would not believe the 2014 of you and your advice that you would give the 1981.
I think that's true. Well, because that guy somebody had tweeted me about something. I had a conversation in the podcast about sort of given advice to people, and he said he wished that he could tell his previous self. But yeah, no, I wouldn't. You wouldn't listen to yourself. What do you know? What could you know? You're some old guy, and I'm a young person who knows what he's doing.
Well, what advice would you have given the 1981 Jake Johannson?
There's a guy named Jerry Seinfeld.
It's going to come along later.
I want to get your wagon to this guy.
More with Jake Johannson coming up on the Bo and Jim Show. If you had only known.